All right, peace and blessings to the chosen. Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstones. Salutations to the Akim pushing his truth, sincerity, and charity. Indeed, I'm the brother Eli, and responding to this heinous madness from Mr. Judge. And just gonna say it straight, man, because the gravest crime against humanity, and we all know what that is, the Ghana resolution to the UN, which was accepted by 2/3 of most of the entire world, 123 countries out of 170, which is over 2/3 of the world. The entire billions of populations had voted instead that the gravest crime against humanity was the transatlantic slave trade and everything that happened about it. So after that, Esau, Edom, nothing that you say has any value or moral ethic, okay? Especially when you were a part of that three countries, the U.S., Israel, and Argentina, that had to do with voting against it, and then all the other countries that refused to vote, which sat in predominantly European areas. Esau, Edom has no moral high ground to say any right and wrong. They lost that a long time ago. This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. All right, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that the rust has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee and stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such come nigh wild beast? So it's your fault if you trust this devil. If you go on trust this devil, who's all his MO has been since the beginning of time is trickery and deceit. And that is why we have to put on the armor of the Lord, the armor of faith, and that Hebrews, which I'm grabbing, bear with me. I mean the Ephesians 6:11. No, Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places. And where is that spiritual wickedness in high places? It is ruling over the earth, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, as it says in Job. This is G 3180 for the wiles of the devil. Right? The devil being Esau, Edom, who went and tricked the whole world. He deceived the whole world. He is Satan, the physical, carnal Satan. Says cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. That's what the devil does. An adversary, Shaitan, Satan. Now there is a spiritual Satan, but there's a physical Satan. And Esau, Edom. Esau dwelt in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. The whole nation of Esau, Edom, is as the physical counterpart of Satan here on this earth, right? And though he may sit in the seats of high places and in government officials, the people of our people are under him and under his power and under his captivity and under his whim and that is why the scripture says, Jacob, thou worm. We are the victims. We are the ones that need salvation and to be protected and to be brought away from this devil. Because why? 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So you got Esau, who is not only a cunning hunter, that was a blessing he was given from birth, right? Then he got the blessing from Esau to have the blessing of the sword, to be able to take peace from the earth, to be able to craft and make everything into a weapon and make the violence. His blessing was violence. His blessing is to have great destruction and to destroy and murder. That is his blessing, the sword. Bear with me. I had to go to it. in the Genesis. And Isaac. Okay. I gotta go to it manually. Just bear with me a second. Okay, let's see. Genesis. Okay. It says Genesis 27:40, and by the sword thou shalt thou live, shalt thou serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion that thou shalt break his yoke off from thy neck. So it says, by the sword shalt thou live. Right? I'm trying to see. I think it was another one. It said blessing will be like the dew of heaven, fatness of the earth. Nah, that was it. Yep, that was it. Yep, by the sword you live. So by the sword you came into power. By violence you took everything. You took the minerals of the earth from the people. You took resources. You've taken freedom. You've taken everything. So what moral high ground does this devil have to say that anything we say is hateful? To say that anything we say is evil? And if you think it's evil to serve the Lord, remember what Joshua said. Because that's just what Satan wants to do. He wants to make you think that it's evil to serve the Lord. Let me see. Joshua 24:15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord Yahweh, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods of your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So yeah, let him call our belief system hate. Here it is. We are the only group of people who have lost their heritage from slavery. Because no matter, you can say up and down that every race, every nation of people has been through slavery, they have not lost their heritage when they went into their slaveries. Our heritage was completely taken away, right? And what is a heritage? A heritage is a language, a culture, spiritual values and principles and beliefs. That Jeremiah 17:4 is what I'm looking for. Jeremiah 17:4, even thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger which shall burn forever. Right? Who did that happen to? For under the whole heaven, right? And that Baruch and Daniel, Daniel 9:12, he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us great evil. For the whole under the whole heaven had not been done has been done upon Jerusalem. And that is why the whole world recognized the gravest crime against humanity. There's nothing worse that has happened to any nation that has happened to Jerusalem, which is representing all 12 tribes of Yasharallah, he Prince Power, Israel. So yeah, you can't use that everybody's been in slavery before. That has no value here, because the truth is that they didn't lose their complete heritage. They didn't lose their tongue, their language, and their belief systems and their cultures and their values. They kept that, right? So, it's inarguable. It is a valid, inarguable thing to say that the gravest crime against humanity has happened against Jerusalem, and that Jerusalem represents the 12 tribes of Israel today, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans here on this side of the world, and they among the heathen that look like the heathen. Nevertheless, ending it on that, signing off. Hopefully it was edifying. Shalom.